What are the top 10 life hacks to help you be successful? I'm Nate, I'm the FitFutureMD, upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Pick up your free copy of the Nutrition and Workout Guide in the description below. I've decided to keep it free, so pick that up if you're interested in getting healthy. I'm the owner of Ensorsale. Ensorsale is family. Together we rise up from humble beginnings to inspire others all over the world with the messages on our t-shirts. Wear what inspires you. Wear your inspiration today. Stop seeing negativity everywhere, right? That's what Ensorsale is about. Ensorsale is about rising up by seeing inspirational messages and aspirations so that you can level up your life. Shop at Ensorsale.com. Use code FitFutureMD for 20% off. All right, so what are the top 10 life hacks, right? So number one is day planning, planning out your day, right? And online you see a lot of people like wake up and plan it out in the morning. No. Like I say, you're talking about planning for the month, planning for the year, planning for 5 years. Like, you're going to be OCD about planning your life out, right? Where are we going? What are we doing? You have a calendar, like the whole 9 yards, right? And you know, you see all top business executives have a calendar, have their life planned out most of the time years in advance, right? So, you know, that is obviously a life hack. Now, I mostly plan my stuff at night, right, for the next day, right? And then during the day, you know, if you have time during the day, you plan out the months, the years, all that kind of stuff, right? But I'm also a Sagittarius and I love to be spontaneous. So just because I've planned it doesn't mean it will happen that day, right? So, but the idea that, oh, I have free time, I can look at my planner, what can I do? Bam, you know, that can radically change your life, right? So that's called day planning, or planning out what you're going to be doing, right? All right, so number two, right? And I feel like this one's kind of been getting a bad rap lately, but it's wake up early, right? And the goal for me to wake up early is to get 2 to 3 hours of uninterrupted work, right? Now, I do a lot of my video editing while I'm on the treadmill using my phone, right? You know, that's definitely a lot faster than the way I used to do it using the computer, right? And using Adobe to do it, you know. But a lot of free apps have become just as good for what I use videos for, right? Now, obviously you're shooting a commercial or, you know, something like that, you're going to go into Lightroom, you're going to go into Adobe or Final Cut Pro and really make it into professional quality stuff, right? But, you know, social media videos, that kind of stuff, I'm walking on a treadmill doing that, right? You can get it up, you know, your iPhone's $1,000 now, right? So that's basically a computer in your hand that, you know, has apps that can do the same thing now. So that's what I do, but I wake up early. So I walk on the treadmill for an hour, editing videos, and then I work out for 45 minutes, lifting weights 4 to 5 days a week, right? And then I come back, you know, we've already planned out the video that we're doing for that day. I shoot the video when I come back to my house, right? So I'm awake, you know, the mind is fully awake, right? Your body has, you know, gotten energy pumped through it, right? So, you know, it's a lot better situation than coming back. And I used to drink a lot of coffee, you know, but now I've cut coffee out of my life, right? So I don't have to, I can still wake up early, still function, still do great with that waking up early and working, right? So I'm working, I'm making videos, right? That's the purpose of me waking up early. I'm not just waking up early, yada, yada, to you know, to just be awake, right? I'm actually waking up for a purpose, right? If you're not gonna wake up for a purpose, there's no reason to wake up early, right? And I see that in a lot of people, you know, that I work with. They're just waking up just to be alone, right? You know, and maybe that alone time is important to you when you have a family and stuff like that, but I'm gonna be alone and I'm gonna be working, right? Because I'm hustling like I'm broke, right? I'm not hustling. I'm not sitting around not doing nothing like I'm rich. So that's, you know, why I wake up early. All right. Number 3 is meal prep, or buying from a meal service, right? So, you know, in my opinion, it takes a long time to prepare meals if you do them individually, right? A lot of people make their sandwich the morning before they go to work, right? And that's taking away time that your mind is fresh and clear, that you could be doing something, right? To make money, right? So, you know, the idea that, okay, on Sunday or Wednesday night, you know, you make some meals and you eat those, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and you eat those Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you know, that type thing. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, cheat meal Saturday, whatever you want to do. But I actually freeze my stuff now, so I actually make it, you know, so I might meal prep once on a Sunday, you know, take 2 or 3 hours, and it might be enough meals for the month, right? Sometimes, because I freeze my stuff now, right? So it's just like it was a frozen TV dinner. You throw it in the microwave and bam, you got meals, right? And that's a life hack. You know, you go from hours making food to 15 minutes and you're done eating, right? So that's, you know, one of the biggest life hacks for most people is starting to meal prep, right? And yes, the meal prep food, just like you eat TV dinners, is not as delicious as if you cooked it fresh. But the time you get back is what you're trying to get, right? Is that time back, because you only have a limited amount of time during the day. And that's what, you know, basically these first 3 are all about getting your time back, right? That's why they're a life hack, because you only have one life and it's only a certain number of hours, right? You're not really eating for pleasure. You're eating, you know, to sustain your body so that you can be the best that you can be, right? That's why it's a life hack. Anyway, so I don't know how to really pronounce this one, but it's Pomodoro technique, the Pomodoro technique, right? Now, when I was going to school, they did 50 and 10 for this technique, but now it's 25 and 5. So you work for 25 minutes and you rest for 5, or take a break for 5. You know, so I've always done 50-10. I feel like you know, and then honestly, if you're in a groove, especially if you're writing something, like if I'm in a groove, I'm not stopping for nothing, because I'm channeling, you know, something. So, you know, something's coming through me and just coming out. Like it's like, you know, when you get in the zone and something, you may be, you know, spitting out things that you haven't seen or heard in years, right? So just with crazy ideas and stuff. So, but most people should use the Pomodoro technique. It's 25 and 5 now, but I always did 50 and 10, and I still pretty much do 50 and 10. So, but you know, with that 5, you're really not trying to, you're trying really to clear your mind more than, you know, check Facebook, Instagram, text messages, that kind of thing. It's what you do with the 5 or 10 minutes, right? I used to smoke cigarettes during the 10 minutes, and that was terrible. So big waste of time. So don't be doing that, right? So, all right. So we're up to number 5, and we're going to automate our investing, all right? So, you know, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep, right? And continue to and use to grow, right? You want to change your life from employee to investor, right? Or business owner to investor, right? Because we're all going to get old, right? We're all going to, you know, not be able to earn an income one day. And when that happens, you want to be invested so that you are earning income, or better yet, increase your income every year, right? So I use a regular brokerage account along with, at my job, I have a 401k and a retirement plan, right? So on top of that, I invest separately, right? And the idea with that is that, even if I'm getting raises at work, or in Ensorsale never really becomes the $1 billion brand that I want it to become, I'm still going to increase my income over time from my investments, right? So it's just like buying real estate, buying rental property. You're buying and holding stuff to increase your income, right? So that's what I'm doing, right? So that's, automate that, have it automatically come out of your check. You didn't even know you got paid that, right? It's almost like a tax. You're taxing yourself, right? All right, so number 6 is one that I need to work on. That's learning to say no, right? I'm a very spontaneous person, right? If people ask me for help, I love helping people, right? But, I have to personally learn to say no to things, especially things that cost me a lot of time, because like you say, your time is limited. And if you want to reach your goals, you have to put that time to certain things, right? So learn to say no, especially if it's less important or it's not going to hurt anybody to say no. So, all right, life hack number 7, and this is for basically everybody that works in business or has a job, or if a task is going to take you 2 minutes or less to complete the task, immediately do the task, right? So my boss comes to me with something, says, I need you to do this for me. It's going to take me 2 to 3 minutes. Bam, it's done. And it's out of my way. And I'm back to doing whatever else I was doing, right? So, it might be, say, oh, it took you 2 minutes, but it's due 3 weeks from now. Well, it's done, and I don't have to worry about it. And I can take 2 or 3 minutes and look at it right before it needs to be presented or whatever, right? So, that being said, number 8 is learn while you're doing meaningless tasks, right? So if you're cleaning the house, taking out the trash, mowing the lawn, instead of listening to music, so say, you're in the field of science, go find something science related to listen to while you're doing those meaningless tasks. I'm in the clothing brand industry or influencer industry, or health and fitness, right? Personal development is really what my personal brand is to help personal development, right? So I'm going to listen to podcasts in that niche, right? While I'm doing meaningless tasks, while I'm doing the dishes, taking the trash out, I'm working as a chemist currently, or lab technician currently. And, if I'm sitting there doing lab work, I'm going to be listening to a podcast, right? So you learn while you're doing a meaningless task. All right. So that being said, while you're doing those meaningless tasks, if you have an idea, number 9 is write down your ideas immediately, right? Because there's been so many times in my life where I had a good idea, and by the time I get back to wherever I was going, or, I'm going to immediately stop what I'm doing and write down that idea. And I use Google Docs to do that. I just write it down in a Google Doc. Some people use notes. I used to use notes on the iPhone, but I prefer the Google Doc because it automatically goes to my computer, because I'm not an Apple computer guy. I'm a Microsoft guy. So, that kind of thing. And then number 10 is to be organized, right? Basically, you should know where everything is. It should properly have a place. You shouldn't have to spend hours and hours searching for things, right? You shouldn't, so people lose their keys all the time, or lose their wallet, or you know, stuff like that. Like, everything has a place. You're organized. You're ready to go. It's almost similar to planning, but organization is a little bit different, right? You know, say you need a certain tool, you know exactly where that tool is, you know, stuff like that. And so these are my top 10 life hacks, right? Like I say, to be successful, you have to do things differently than everybody else. You can't just be roaming through life, especially if you weren't born with a really high IQ or something, you're really exceptional at something, you're kind of mediocre at everything. You know, these life hacks can definitely give you more time to jump ahead of people, because life is a competition, right? You know, they can tell you it's not, but you are competing in a marketplace, you know, with your skills. So, you know, to be more competitive, you have to have a competitive advantage, and these life hacks are competitive advantages, right? So keep that in mind. I'm Nate. I'm the FitFutureMD outlet every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Be sure to be here. Click that notification bell, you know, so that you get the notifications that I uploaded. And shop at Ensorsale.com. Wear something that inspires you. If you don't see something up there that inspires you, send me a DM, send me an email, you know, and I'll put it on a shirt for you so that, you know, you can show it around and be inspired and up the level of your life, right? That's what I'm here for. I'm a personal development guy, right? And we're going to keep leveling up our life, right? Even if they disrespect you, you don't care, because they don't realize how high your ceiling is, right? So keep that in mind. I'm Nate. I'm the FitFutureMD, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.